You, the one who now bears Oblivion's wall. Hear me now. I have words that must be spoken.
Very well. Say what you must.
You feed the geode, your offerings strengthen it, and in turn also you feed and strengthen me. The fog in my mind thins. Lost memories stir, but they are vague, fragmented. I wish to remember. You will help me do this. In return, I will show you how to wield Oblivion's wall as I once did. Show you how to rekindle its dormant power.
I shall do what I can.
Then it is agreed. You shall serve as my witness, my tether. And perhaps together, I can finally recall what weighs so heavily upon me. I invite you into my memories, but tread lightly. I will not abide any impudence.
He's a very well-spoken orc. Which, you know, it's not like there's no well-spoken orcs, but given that he's warrior, I just, you know, stereotyping here, I just imagined he was gonna be dumb Unga Bunga man. The same way that I am. Oh no, don't eat the child, please.
Pardon me. Don't mean to intrude, but might you be...
Be gone, child. My temper's short, and I have little patience for trembling whelps.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. My village, we need your help.
Oh, I just saw the head right there.
I care not for you
Okay.
or your miserable village. Your woes mean nothing to me. Now leave.
Is that an elven
Lest
child?
next, it will be your blood the barkeep is scouring from the floor.
Hey, you can't kill children. Trust me, people have tried.
Orcs from Clan Bangrit. They keep attacking us. We need protection. Please, we'll pay whatever you ask. Please.
Keep your meager payment, child. Sit, and tell me more of these orcs. It returns to me.
God, I get my floating stuff back. I love
This
it.
tavern and the boy. There is something about him. His face, it stirs emotion long buried. Enough of this place. If you have gleaned enough, let us be gone from here. I must know what followed.
He doesn't even want me to inspect anything. He's like, no. No talk, no memory. Get going. Which, you know, we'd be going to more memories anyways, so maybe a moot point.
Ah yes, my most recent conquest. A vampiric general who served some dark mistress. A witch perhaps, or was it a queen? I took his head in the marshes near Solitude. I had not yet decided if I'd claim the bounty upon it, or gift it to the tavern keeper. Perhaps he'd have mounted it on the wall instead of the troll.
I think the troll looks better.
The vampire's head. Ha! It has a certain ring to it.
I don't know how much he'd like that versus, you know, taxidermy troll.
Look at them. Drunkards who would swagger and shout, breaking teeth in chairs alike for sport. But perhaps I am too harsh. Perhaps they were just men, desperately doing whatever they could to forget their smallness. But whenever I entered the scene, they remembered it all too well. Their laughter died. Their heads would hang low. Silence. Like a temple in reverence before their god.
Oh no, I think all of these heroes are gonna have a little bit of an ego.
Some fool thought himself brave. He spat my name and offered naught but brazen taunts. Once I was done with him, the floor shone a deep crimson. Yet even as I beat him, Each blow felt duller than the last, and when my rage finally faded, I felt nothing.
Damn, even he's jaded to the violence.
That child, such a fragile thing, small, trembling, and reeking of fear. I remember despising him for it, thinking him barely worth the air he breathed. Yet as I look at him now, something inside me recoils. His eyes, something within them, unsettles me to my core.
I mean, yeah, it's children for you.
And there I am, Malbrak the Unyielding. It is strange to see myself whole again. So headstrong, so certain that strength is all that matters. That conviction, it fortified me as if it were armor. But clearly it was not enough.
And I think that should be it, but man, just... I love seeing, this cutaway into the geode sea and just all the floating stuff just... I mean, I'm gonna say it multiple times, but just... It's one of their coolest creations, aesthetically.
The brigands, they came from the south. They burned my barn. And my husband, they slaughtered him. He was only trying...
Spare me your grief, woman. Your dead are not my concern. Now, tell me, how many attacked?
3 of them. There were 3 in number. Big, ugly orcs with blue marks on their faces.
Maybe see
Is
it
that
differently.
But your prowess is well known. The black-clad warrior with a fearsome shield. With you to defend us, those brigands will surely think twice. Until their return, we'll happily provide you food and lodgings.
Ah, keep your bread. I am no feeble peasant. I do not sit and wait. These attacks come from the south, you say? Are there any caves, dens, anything southward where a wretch might conceal themselves?
No. No caves. Only the old mines. But they are deep and cursed. No one goes there.
Predictable. These mines, they are where your brigands will be hiding. And it is there that they shall die by my hand.
But wait, you're leaving! Now! Then let me come with you, please. I can be useful.
No!
You useful? Ah, your foolishness is both amusing and pathetic. Do as you like, child. I do not care.
Oh. That child's gonna die down there.
Spineless louts. Their weakness disgusted me then, and it disgusts me still. But they are dust now, irrelevant. The knowledge I seek lies beyond. Come, we continue.
Who knew that he would make me miss Alicia? Who knew that he would make me think that Alicia was the more grounded, more humble one?
Blood and ash drawn in neat little lines. Countless towns and villages, born, burned, and forgotten. Skyrim changed faces often, but never did it lose its hunger for battle. War, that is what keeps the land alive. It is its heartbeat. Old crone. She bowed and groveled as though I were some divine weapon made flesh. She feared me, yet hid it behind flattery. Such is the way of fickle peasants. They bow and smile when they need you. But when the fighting's done, even if you killed in their name, they label you no better than a murderer, spitting upon the ground at your passing. At least the ones who called me monster to my face were honest. That I can respect.
We have a few spots. So we have Path to the Mines. I'm going to save that for last because that kind of leads into the next one the best, I think. We have the Burning House and we have the Town Guards.
Look at them, like straw men in ill-fitted armor. What were they guarding, I wonder? The village? The old woman? Or were they there to keep watch over me? If I'd sneezed too loud, they would have fled to the next nearest hold.
Given your shield, your sneeze might have actually knocked them into the next hold.
I recall thinking it strange. Too clean a burn. Too deliberate.
What are you, a fire marshal?
They said it was the work of brigands, yet no other home was touched. And their grief, it was hollow. No trembling lips, no tear-stained cheeks. Only practiced sorrow and words rehearsed too many times.
Ooh.
I've seen true anguish. It shakes the soul. Whatever was happening here, it was not as they claimed.
Daedra worship, perhaps? Well, now I'm really intrigued. Now I'm really curious.
I remember it well now. The dust in the air, smell of pine in my lungs. And that blasted child scampering at my heels, barely able to keep up with my stride. I told myself I allowed it because I didn't care. But perhaps I simply desired some company.
We're gonna watch that child die, aren't we? I got a really bad feeling about what's gonna happen with the kid.
Enough! I tire of the chase. You scurry and skulk like frantic vermin, but we have come to the end. You have nowhere else to run.
That kid's gonna stab him, isn't
Reveal
he?
yourselves, if you possess any gall.
Show your blusting, great warrior. We'll show ourselves gladly. I admit I'm surprised. Surprised you'd be as foolish as to unwittingly walk into an ambush. You made this far too easy.
You think yourselves clever? That I did not foresee this? Your ploy to lure me was beyond obvious. Why else would anyone bother to harass such a worthless, backwater village? Let alone Orsimer of Clan Banquet. Your ambush is meaningless. I am Malgrak, the Unyielding. No matter your scheming, with Oblivion's wall in hand, none can stand before me and live.
I concede, Clanford.
Yep, here he goes.
No one standing before you could expect to live. But as you can see, that was never the plan. The child, he was always the instrument of your undoing. We simply provided the needed distraction. Well done, boy. You did well.
I will...
Don't waste the last of your breath. The dagger's venom will stop your vile heart soon enough. And here you shall rot, alongside your foul sheep.
You know, it's nice that no one stole it.
This is your retribution, Malgrak. And it was well deserved. Farewell.
This was my end.
Oh yeah, and there's your shield.
This is what I could not remember, and yet felt like chains wrapped around my throat. Laid low by a mere child who was puppeted by cowards too afraid to face me themselves. It is an insult carved into my very bones. What is it now?
Yeah, he's not as talkative. Alicia was definitely more talkative because I got to talk to her after, like, each of those conversations.
A lone dagger slipped between the plates of my armor. I remember now the heat of that venom. It burned hotter than even the surrounding magma. I would laugh were it not so pathetic. Malgrak the Unyielding, failed by a child's knife. I, who have faced horrors that could swallow armies whole. Yet one tiny blade, one moment of carelessness, was all it took to undo me. Oh, to fall like this. It is not a true death. It is humiliation.
I think the worst part of it too is that it wasn't even like an impressive dagger. I'm pretty sure it was just, okay, not iron, it's an orc dagger. Wasn't ebony, wasn't daedric. It's okay, but it's not even like the strongest.
Ah, I remember it well. Its feel, its weight, the hum of the metal. It welcomed my grip like an old lover. Oof, Oblivion's wall.
Damn, maybe I need to wash this shield.
When first I held it, I knew. With this, I would stand above all others. And that I did. I feared nothing, not mortal, beast, nor Daedra. Though once dead, I did fear the shield may be lost, swallowed by pooling magma. Strange to realize I cared more for the shield's fate than for my own bones beside it. I am glad it serves a worthy hand once again.
You know, something that just occurred to me. The reason they made the child an elf is so that you can ask me to get revenge on him. He's gonna be like a sickly old man, and you're gonna want me to murder him. And, I mean, I'll do it. I'll kill him. Better an old man than a kid. Right?
This was my crypt. It is where my body rotted to nothing more than bone, and where my soul lingered for so very long. Decades, centuries, time meant nothing. Half aware, half dreaming, I became more shadow than spirit. And in all that time, only 2 living souls dared disturb me here. One was you, and the other... well, you should already know who that was.
Yeah, she's standing right behind you.
Of course, there was also the mindless creatures that occasionally wander in. Sometimes I would tear them apart just to feel something again. Other times, I simply watched them succumb to the toxic fumes and burn. After all, what meaning has slaughter when death had already claimed them?
I'm gonna save the kid for last.
These orcs, I recognized their stances, their stink. They were of Bangrid blood. And her, the one who spoke, she was the brood of the clan chieftain. They had come here to settle a score decades past. Weak minds cling hardest to old wounds. Though I am no better. I have carried grudges far beyond their own. In their spite, I see myself. Yet venom-soaked blades, skulking tricks and ambushes, that is the way of cowards. To think my clan's blood would sink to such filth, that insults me more than anything else.
You know, oh god, her face just disappeared. Okay, oh, it was like a weird, there's a weird illusion going on, just... Okay, got it. Also, this is what I need. This is what I was looking for, the shatter.
Wait, I see it as well.
Mm-hmm.
A flicker.
Uh-huh.
Though hard to focus upon. Best not linger on it. I doubt it is part of the vision.
But it has some sort of correlation. It definitely has something to do with the weird stuff that the warrior founder had going on. But it's gonna be important.
That little whelp, frail, weak. I barely noticed him. Why would I? He was nothing. But then his dagger struck, and as the venom consumed me, I saw his eyes, green, unblinking. Even after the others left, he remained, staring at me as I lay dying. Not in triumph, just absorbing what he had done. That first kill changes you. I knew that truth. And now, so did he.
Who knows, maybe he grew up to be a cold-hearted killer. Like, maybe he's just an assassin now.
I feel your presence. Please, come forth. Reveal yourself to me.
Long has it been since I smelled the stench of the living. Foolish girl, you trespass on a warrior's grave. Now you will share my torment.
Stay your hand, Mighty One. I know of your plight. I have felt it. I have come to grant you a choice. I offer freedom, renewal, and the rest denied to you for so long. If only you will listen to my offer.
Speak then, but choose your words most carefully. So it is done. My lost memories and my ultimate end laid bare. I find myself displeased. Some truths should perhaps stay forgotten.
I imagined your death would be grander. That's a great way to get punched in the mouth, just saying that to him. What made you accept being bound to the geode?
I'm not entirely certain. I believe I sought release. Any release. Even if it meant my soul would be no more. And my shield. I was promised Oblivion's wall would rest with my bones, sealed in a tomb befitting a warrior of my power.
That it did. See? There you go.
That comfort, small as it was more than I had known in decades.
You claimed you knew of the ambush. What gave it away?
Is it not obvious? Very well, I shall explain. Clan Bangrit. Their stronghold lies far to the west. When the child first spoke of them, it seemed odd. Why would they attack a village so distant to them? Then, once we arrived, I could taste the falsehood. Tracks were all wrong. No blood on the ground. Their fear of the brigands felt performed. It was then I knew I was being drawn out, but I went anyway. I believed no trap could harm me.
I gotta say it. He's gonna punch me. I'm gonna get thrown into, well, there's no lava here, but still, just... he's gonna agree, but he's also gonna hate me for this.
Mind your tongue, cur, or I'll... No, you're right.
See? I knew it.
My end was pitiful. I cannot deny it. It is a shame beyond all I have ever felt.
But that's gonna be the trend here. Like, that's what they're going for. Each of the heroes is gonna have died in a really embarrassing, unceremonious way. You have Alicia, who died because she ran out of magic. He got stabbed by a child, so... You know, I can only imagine what it's gonna be for the thief, but I'm not gonna guess just yet.
I have no answer to give you. I need time to sift sense from anger. For now, I shall honor my oath to you. Come, learn how to wield Oblivion's wall as it was meant to be wielded. Be silent, Open yourself to my recollections, and take what you can. There, my skill, discipline, and techniques for breaking foes against the wall now lie within you. The shield will know. It will obey. Your shield arm, it is almost as strong as my own. Impressive. Oblivion's wall will respond well to you.
You want to arm wrestle?
Now be gone. I have no more words. I must ponder.
Another soul seeking what it cannot quite remember. I wonder, with each step we take, so too does my own recollection grow clearer. I remember now, each hero that I brought to the Geode. It is no coincidence that each strains for a truth just beyond their grasp. Their soul, it had to be tarnished by something unresolved. Grief, duty, regret. Some unfinished thread that barred them from what lay beyond. Forgive me. Memories return and I ramble. Come, the last tomb awaits us.
Well, hold on. There's a couple more things to do before that.
I recall a time before all this. It is a faint recollection, but it is there. Would you permit me to speak of this?
See, I kind of suspect as much. I'm expecting that after each one that we get, after each spirit, like main spirit, she's gonna have one of these little side quests, like the Sigil flask or whatever it's gonna be now.
Yes. Something has returned to me. Memories from my youth. Before I became what I am now.
Oh, okay.
If you've the time, would you care to listen?
Sure. I'll listen to the story.
I thank you for your patience. I have remembered fragments from when I was much younger. I recall friends who were unseen. I thought them imaginary, as children often do. They spoke to me, protected me, played with me. Though I did not know it, they were spirits of the dead. This frightened those around me. I became feared. And so I learned silence, to keep my friends secret, and to stay away from others.
Do you remember any friends in particular? How is it that you can speak to spirits? But that's gonna be the thing, the same way that, you know, she brought each of these heroes here, she would have been brought here at some point because of her affinity for talking to spirits, for communicating with them.
I do not know. It had always been that way. Where others sensed nothing, I would hear whispers. Where they felt but a chill in the air, I would see a presence. To me, it never seemed strange. But I've often wondered if there was a reason, a purpose for my gift. If there is, then it would be wrong of me not to embrace and use my abilities as best I can.
Do you remember any friend in particular?
There was one, young, barely a woman, with pale hair and a voice like pure silver. She would speak often of catacombs beneath solitude.
Oh no, not Patema.
She hated them. The way the wind howled through the stones. How it whispered in circles. She said it would one day drive her mad. I never learned her name. Only that she had died long before I was born. I wonder, what became of her? Might we, if it's no hindrance, might we travel to these catacombs?
Ooh.
I believe that is where her body was entombed. If her soul has succumbed to madness, as often lost spirits do, I would ask that we find her and help give her at least a momentary peace.
Have no worries, we'll find your friend. What do you mean by momentary peace?
Spirits who linger without purpose or meaning often lose themselves. They grow confused, even violent. When such a spirit is defeated, it is not truly destroyed, merely dispersed. For a time, this grants them a momentary peace. But eventually, they will reform and start once more their unending vigil.
Yeah, let's go find your friend.
I thank you. Even if she does not remember me, I would like to see her again.
Find the spirit guide's friend in solitude, and I believe that'll be miscellaneous quest. It is really gonna be the most specific, most kind of minor critique ever, but something like that could work well if it had its own named side quest instead. You know, when you think about it, you're gonna be right at home in the crypt. No one's gonna question a ghost just walking around in the Undercroft. I'm a little worried because usually when I interact with these things, it means that we're about to have to fight a spirit.
Danger still lurks close. Let us cleanse the space before disturbing this spirit.
Okay. Which I think it's just regular enemies anyway. I think it's just kind of like the vanilla enemies in here.
Be still. Something stirs.
That was such overkill, but oh, it's just so much fun.
Nothing.
Oh,
I'm so
she got a flower
confused.
crown.
What's happening?
Was she getting married?
That was her. My friend. I do not believe she remembers me, or much of anything at all. It is odd that she did not attack, but I felt her unease. If we had acted poorly, I think she would have. A thought occurs to me. We may not need to disperse the spirit in order to grant her temporary rest. You could offer lost spirits a gentler path to rest. Instead of dispersing them purely through battle, you could instead pacify them. Here, I can show you how this may be done. How to guide with your soul.
Oh. Is this gonna tickle?
It is done. With focus, you may now attune yourself. If you desire, when a spirit has been sufficiently weakened, you can attempt a seance to pacify them. Doing so will provide far more essence than usual. But it can be tricky. The more vitality a spirit has, the more likely it is to resist your efforts. So you must find the correct balance between might and mercy. Come, let us deal with the spirit of my friend, as you see fit.
Well, it'd be a little messed up if I tried to kill her after all of that. The Seance spell can instantly dissipate a hostile spirit, but will only work on those that have already been weakened. Reduce the spirit's health to weaken it. Spirits affected by Seance will also leave behind additional ectoplasm. It is the thing of, even though I'm not looting every single ghost, every single ectoplasm that I find, I'm definitely gonna have more than enough in order to get everything from the leveling walls. Seance spell, apprentice level, cost 8. Quickly gonna favorite that, going to hotkey that, just so I have that ready to go.
Does someone live among the dead?
I'm trying to be really careful. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't accidentally kill her too quickly. Don't run. She resisted the seance. Do not flee from me, please. Okay, that might be low enough.
It is over.
Perfect.
You did well. It is no easy task to guide a spirit.
Mainly I was just worried I was gonna kill her.
She had lost herself entirely. At least now she may rest a while. Even a moment's peace can be a blessing. Thank you. I know she would have thanked you too, If she still remembered how. Let us continue on.
I'm just gonna loot your friend real fast. Okay, there you go. 3 ectoplasm, and how much do I have now? 47. You know what? I think I'm gonna be okay. Clearly, I didn't need to loot every single one that I found. Back in the Soul Sanctum, and I just want to check with her, see if she has anything else to say.
I am grateful to serve.
Doesn't look like it, however, I will now ask her to take on the form of a hero.
Name the spirit.
Listen, I am thinking the warrior.
Say what you must.
I just want to talk to you. Tell me about who you are right now.
I am Malgrak of Clan Bangrit. At least I used to be. They exiled me. Too weak, too small. No place for one as pathetic as I was. And so I lived as an outcast. I hunted, fought, survived, until I grew stronger than any of them dared dream. I returned to my clan tempered by years of hardship, Oblivion's wall in hand. The old chieftain withered before my might. But I found no joy in my conquest, so I left. Again. I sought purpose, although I'm unsure I ever found it.
Yeah, I'll keep you around for a little bit. So there's more to do with each of the spirits, and I'm wondering how much more I need to put into each of their trees, kinda in order to get whatever the next stage is. Mage armor protection spells like Stoneflesh are twice as strong if they're not wearing armor. I don't think she can wear armor. Can absorb 30% of magic. Alright, I might not be able to do anything else with the mage yet, but I also... well, I'm not really counting what I've done yet either. Oh!
Finally, my memory is my own again. I can think clearly once more. I wish to speak to you face to face. There is a favor I must ask of you.
I know I just transformed you into the warrior, but... well, you're probably gonna transform back into the regular guide as soon as we go on in.
You answer my call once more. What drives you to enter the Geode, time after time to converse with us? Are you sating your curiosity? Searching for more power?
Yes. There might be more power that you can still impart. I help people and you seem like you might need it. We've come this far, I'm curious what more there is to your story. Honestly, it's a lot of them. I want power. I like helping people. We've come this far, I want to know more. I'll go with story.
Is that right? I never imagined my life would end up being yet another site for excavations, but should be grateful to have the attention. As it so stands, I still have some depths of my knowledge I can impart on you, in exchange for a service. The task I need you to perform is a simple one. I would do it myself, as always, but I'd made an oath to remain in the Geode.
Okay, but you did try to escape.
Now that I am of clear mind, I fully intend to honor it. And so, it can only fall to you.
What do you need me to do? The guide takes on your form. Is that not enough?
The girl does not become me. She merely holds up a mirror, carries an echo of my voice. When she travels with you, I remain here.
Which, that's the impression that I got anyway.
And she seems particularly attached to you. Much less eager to fulfill our last wishes than she was in life. So, there is no one else I can ask.
Alright. What do you need me to do?
As you may have surmised from my memories, there is one actor in that grand drama who wasn't present at the moment of my death physically.
Good old Mom.
But her influence undoubtedly caused it. I speak, of course, of my mother.
Whatever happened, she must be long dead by now. You have issues with your mother? I feel like I've heard this one before. Who was your mother?
She was the Archmagister of the High Rock chapter of the Mages Guild. A powerful sorceress, to be sure, but her true talent was that of a politician. She played the courts more skillfully than any spy master. And so, I have no doubts that she is to blame for how my life story ended, even if she wasn't present in person.
Whatever happened, she must be long dead by now.
One can never be sure with mages, of course. But I knew her. I knew her talents and her limits. I suspect she lived a most ordinary lifespan. Does not matter if she's dead or alive, in truth, not for the task at hand. My staff has more potential in it than it will ever reveal in your hands. Even I did not achieve complete mastery before my death, but I was close. With it and the right circumstances, I could summon anyone from anywhere. All it takes is a sympathetic connection, and my call cannot be denied. First, you will need one of my bones. Go to where you fought, my corpse, and retrieve one.
Morbid, but very well. Conjuration. The bone is to serve as the sympathetic link. Like, calling... I think there might be a typo there. Bone from your corpse, any preference for which one? I'm gonna use my conjuration skill check. They did skill checks in Bard's College expansion as well. Really like that we're seeing that again.
Precisely. It will be the conduit you need for the next step. How refreshing not to have to spell everything out. Once you have the bone, go to where my body broke against the ground, where my blood had spilled and soaked into the stone.
I hadn't gotten down there yet, no.
With those components, it should be a trivial enough matter for the scepter to summon my mother through the connection, whether she lives or not.
I'm just ready for it to be the most uncomfortable conversation to witness of just Alicia's ghost yelling at her mom's ghost yelling at her, just... And I gotta watch it, I just gotta be this weird kind of spectator for it. Lives or not, I won't be summoning her corpse, will I?
No, of course not. If she lives, she will be summoned unharmed. Much more likely she'll be dead, and only her spirit will answer the call.
Why do you wake me? Okay, I follow so far. What do you want their spirit?
I want her bound to the scepter.
Oh.
It would be humiliating for her, I have no doubt. To serve a master so beneath her station, to cling to the staff she once derided. She would fuel my legacy, while hers lays forgotten. Yes, that is what I wish. That is what will set my spirit at ease, finally.
Little petty, little spiteful. Sounds simple enough, I'll do it. That sounds petty. Okay, I'm glad that I can say it. What do you mean by bind her to the scepter?
Her spirit would be drawn into the staff, much like I am occupying this geode. The scepter and your guide will know how to accomplish it. She would serve as energy for the staff, a silent witness to its power, finally put in her place.
Are you sure this is what you need? Maybe there's another way.
I have turned this problem in my mind to every angle I could conceive of. An intellectual solution will not serve. My feelings point only to this. Make no mistake, I don't wish for this to be her eternity. She's still my mother. A few years of servitude should humble her.
I like it. It's like, I don't want to bind her for eternity. I just want a little petty revenge.
1 year for each of mine that she had soured. I've given the instructions. Go now, and I will wait for your return.
Ah, man. I was still hoping I could tell her that this is just really petty. Whoop. And there you are.
Pride can drive one to brilliance and to folly. Hers has hardened into a bitterness strong enough to cling past death. That is no small feat.
I'm now just imagining that if I put the mother in the staff, for whatever reason, I'm just imagining that Her mom would occasionally talk to me, her mom would occasionally chide me. I'm almost just imagining Nanra Ware moment from There Is No Umbra.
Oh, you will probably do what I think. Oh, absolutely divide yourself.
Which is one of those mods where it's kind of cheesy, kind of cliched, but I kind of love it for that reason. Take Alicia's remains.
You now hold what the ritual demands. With it, the summons will not go unanswered.
Well, something on your mind? We'll see, I'm still undecided. Grisly business, but it needs doing. I'm gonna ask what you think.
What the dead ask of the living is often born of wounds carried in life. But what they speak aloud is seldom their true hurt. Alicia's heart is not cruel, but the burden she has pressed upon you is, no matter how tempered she believes her request to be.
Do you have another idea?
I bear the echoes of the spirits, and in turn may commune with them when close, sharing thought and sentiment. It is possible that which binds Alicia are merely words left unsaid, words that if spoken and heard, may grant the rest she desires. I could pass such words to her if heard, but as always, such decisions rest with you.
To be fair, that feels much more healthy. To be fair, that seems like a much better way to resolve centuries of trauma and grief. But now I'm fully expecting that each one of the spirits, for their second quest, for their second memory section, is gonna have some sort of revenge that they want. Haven't gotten to the thief, so, you know, I can't even assume what they have, but Alicia wants revenge on her mother. Malgrak is gonna want revenge against the elven child. But because it's an elven child, he's gonna be alive. He might even be just a decrepit old man.
It took me much time to reach the heart of this place. Do not rush. Be patient. And use your eyes.
Oh, we're screwed then. Cause where is she? Oh, we're at the bottom of the tower. I didn't even realize that. Yeah. But there she is. There's Alicia's bloodstain.
This is it, where Alicia fell. I shall perform the summoning then. Let us see if I can still reach her.
My spirit summoned. Ah, of course. Only one staff could accomplish such a task, and you carry it. What fate befell her then? Did you best her in combat or pillage an unmarked grave? She would have never parted from it willingly.
She died here. In this chamber, the scepter was passed to me. You recognize the scepter?
How could I not? The way my daughter carried it, I have expected her to swaddle and rock it like a babe.
I mean, I kind of want to.
And you are not her, so tell me, how did it come to fall into your hands?
It's weird that you don't necessarily know what happened to her. Why don't you ask her yourself? She's standing right here.
Do you dare mock me? I see the spirit at your back, and that is not my daughter. Though now I focus, there is something familiar. Her presence there, but gone. Like that awful perfume she wore, lingering in the room.
She died here in this chamber. The scepter was passed to me, and I still have the option to just be like, I don't really care to talk anymore. No, we're gonna talk. We're gonna hash this out, you know?
This must be that ruin she insisted on excavating when I heard from her last. Ridiculous girl. I knew her stubbornness would be her death.
So, you don't know what happened?
No. Right as she disappeared, so did a score of the mages from the college and all record of her expedition. Some suspected that she led them to splinter from the guild, but I knew better. Alicia had her talents, but a leader she was not. In fact, the only people she could ever command were the Daedra she summoned. And so I had long suspected that the missing mages tracked her down and tried to silence her. I am only surprised they accomplished it.
You don't really sound very sad about this, you know? You didn't bother to investigate?
As I said, most believed it to be a splintering. A token investigation was conducted, of course, but without the records. How were we to find her? When nothing came of it, and no new faction made itself known, the matter was laid to rest, as was she. My daughter was a willful creature. If she was dead, a search served no purpose. If she lived, she would have returned on her terms, as always.
She lingers as a spirit, and she asked me to summon you.
Oh, indeed. And what, pray tell, does my dearest daughter want of my spirit? Which I may say was resting rather peacefully until now.
You're not gonna like it. Well, she kinda wants you bound to the staff.
Oh, Alicia, sharpest mind of her cohort, enough talent to take any rank or title she could set her mind to. And yet here we are. Dead. And yet still nurturing her grudges, blaming everyone but herself.
You know, I kind of agree with you on that at least.
You would not be speaking to me if you were of a set mind to carry out her wishes, stranger. So, what doubts still plague you?
Well, it sounds a little cruel. How'd you die? Enough talk. How'd you die?
Peacefully and in obscurity. I led a long life and had many achievements to my name that were not grandiose enough to make history books. I taught many students, but had no other children after Alicia. Once was quite enough.
If I may ask, did you ever really care for her?
How utterly banal.
Can you blame me?
You come here with an indecisive conscience, and your decision rests on whether I was the uncaring mother she claims me to be.
I mean, I did see the memories. Humor me. I want to know.
Do you think I wished for a daughter that questioned my every word and intention? That blundered headfirst into every experiment that flitted through her mind, refusing any sensible advice? That upset years of alliances and plots with a derisive word, that stubbornly defied me in front of the guild and courts alike? A girl that burned so brightly that the whispers of her replacing me as Archmagister began from the moment she took her first exams.
Oh.
She was beyond any dream of mine.
You were jealous. You were jealous of her. No, more importantly, did you care for her?
I have no simple answer for you, stranger. Did I care for her?
It should be a simple answer.
What else would you call it when you're watching a candle burn itself to ash, helpless to delay it, lest you burn yourself? I did not search for her, but I thought of her every quiet day of my remaining years. I was bereft, but relieved. I have nothing else to say.
You know, a simple "I loved her" would have sufficed.
Oh yes, terribly. I've had time to come to terms with the indignity of being jealous of your own child. But she was also too perfect. She gave herself completely to her research, to the pursuits of answers. She had no context for her abilities. She dogmatically shared everything she found, never heeding whether the knowledge would do more harm than good.
Yeah, I can see that.
In the end, I always expected her to die before her time, chasing some buried mystery or summoning something that defied her control. She was to be pitied, not envied.
I know what to do.
I await your verdict with great anticipation. Do keep in mind I will not be bound quietly. Or perhaps I can return to my rest?
I will not bind you. Which, once again, you're still not very likable, but at least I have the extra context here.
That's so. And why, pray tell, are you going against my daughter's wishes?
Despite everything, I think she loves you. She just wanted you to know she hates you bitterly. The rest is pointless. I've lost interest in your family drama. My reasons are my own. No, I think she loves you. Really, all I think she wants is to know that you were proud of her, but she might be happy knowing that you were jealous of her.
Does she? She must if I could cause such wounds to linger even beyond our deaths. Perhaps you're expecting me to claim a mutual affection, to repent my actions, voice regrets, bemoan the time lost. I did not set aside my ambitions for my daughter, and that I do not regret. I kept her safe the only ways I could. For that, I will not apologize. Take that as a message to her. She did not need my love in life, nor should she care for it in death. Her peace is hers alone to find. I will return to my slumber, and you can return to my daughter now. Goodbye, stranger.
You know, some people really shouldn't have kids.
She always wanted the last word.
Did hearing any of that help?
I am only an echo of Alicia, and so I carry only an echo of what she might feel. An educated guess, as it were. When we return, I can give her these memories, so that she may witness them for herself.
Let's return to the geode.
This isn't what she wished, but I think it's what she needs. Lead on.
Now this is gonna go one of two ways. Either she's gonna appreciate what I did, or she's just gonna yell at me.
You return, and I see you're empty-handed. I would know if her spirit was bound to the staff, yet I sense nothing. Explain yourself.
Well, I summoned her, but we only talked.
I see.
Okay.
I will admit to feeling relieved at hearing that.
See, there you go.
I only realized once you were long gone just how childish my demand was. To summon a woman from death, to humiliate her just because I could. It was an unworthy request. I apologize. And I thank you for not indulging me.
Okay, this is what I was wondering. I was hoping that I could still pass the message to her.
I'm not surprised to hear that. The woman always loved hearing herself talk, and getting the last word when she did.
Guide, can you give her the memories of what happened?
As you wish.
I see. Well, if there is one thing I truly despise, it is when she is completely right.
What was she right about?
I don't remember a single day of my life that I did not harbor resentment towards her. Every obstacle, every setback and withdrawn funds, every snide comment and insult from my colleagues and civilians, I would blame on her. It had to have been habit for me to blame my death on her as well. A festering poison that ran so deep, I feel it even in death.
Can you get over all this angst now? No. I hope this gives you some closure.
Yes. Yes, I think you have drawn from her the words I never could. Everything feels clearer now. It was the last burning mystery I had to solve. And I finally feel free. It has been a long time since I created the scepter. Seeing as being dead is a terribly dull affair, I've had time to think of some improvements. I believe I have a way for someone other than myself to tap into some of its true potential. Let us improve upon the masterpiece, shall we? It is done. Being a spirit bound to this geode seems to have its advantages after all. It definitely grants a new perspective on magic. My old resentments are at rest, and no longer cloud my focus. I can see my creation in a new light, and improve on it in a way I couldn't in life. Perhaps for the first time, I'm glad someone didn't do as I asked. I owe you my gratitude, and I am not one to give it lightly. You may take your leave, but know that I will not forget this. Should there come a time when you have need of me, I will answer your summons.
See? I'm making good choices. Okay, and out of curiosity, I wanted to see if it listed everything in the active effects. Here we go, Infinite Chorus. The Scepter of the Infinite Chorus can summon an additional 5 magical motes that explode on contact for 100% more damage. You know what? I think that was the right call, because now the staff is going to feel just really good. Alright, summoning you as the warrior, and I think it's finally time for the thief.